Interventional radiology is a superspecialty within radiology where the doctors interpret the medical images from X-rays, ultrasound, CT and MRI to diagnose the diseases and as well use the same imaging guidance to treat and cure many diseases without the need of surgery. Interventional radiologists employ fine needles and slender tubes called catheters and microcatheters, stents, etc. through a tiny 3 to 5 hole through your skin. They make use of live real-time medical imaging guidance to navigate and reach any part of the body either from the inside or from the outside to the target area. So the opening on the skin is way smaller than even the traditional keyhole surgeries as you see in laparoscopic surgeries. The opening is very small as 3 to 5 and you will have no scars, zero scars and zero cuts on your body. All of the treatments and procedures done by interventional radiologists require no cutting and opening of the skin. So they are done through this very small 3 to 5 needle entering the skin. There is no need of long hospital stays as most of the procedures can be performed under day care. You can go home the same day. Because the techniques are very fine and precise, there is hardly any blood loss also. And more importantly, the procedures are painless and will be done with minimal disturbance to the normal body tissues, which results in very rapid healing and virtually zero recovery time. And most patients, as I said, can resume their daily work within a day. There is no organ in the body which cannot be treated using interventional radiology. Some of the most common diseases which can be treated by interventional radiologists are varicose veins, that is multiple enlarged twisted veins in the legs, narrowed arteries leading to restricted blood flow, that is peripheral vascular disease, diabetic foot and non-healing ulcers, etc. And bleeding from intestine, bleeding after trauma and road traffic accidents, blood clots in the lungs, commonly called as pulmonary embolism, also blocked deep veins called deep vein thrombosis, also brain stroke, that is clot in the blood supply of your brain, and enlarged blood vessels called aneurysms, and much more. And also common diseases like varicocele, that is baggy swelling in scrotum, uterine fibroids in females, and all diseases of blood vessels called vascular malformations, which can present as bluish red, painful, slow growing swellings in the lips and face, neck, arm, and legs, etc. And a large variety of cancers and many more can be treated by interventional radiology. Not just treatments, interventional radiology helps by working along with physicians, surgeons, and oncologists in many conditions to get better outcomes of their own treatment. Uterine fibroids are extra, unwanted, muscular and interstitial tissues growing within the normal uterus of females. So most women have uterine fibroids, but not all of them have symptoms. Most common symptoms associated with fibroids are lower stomach pain, increased bleeding, which is even more during menstrual periods, bleeding and pain in between the menstrual cycles, and frequent urge to urinate and vague feeling of discomfort in the lower stomach, etc. These are all the common symptoms of fibroids in women. So fibroids can safely be treated if the patient is symptomatic by a procedure called uterine artery embolization or uterine fibroid embolization. So in this procedure, the blood supply to the fibroids within the uterus is blocked and thus they shrink in size and disappear eventually. So uterine artery embolization, as I said, can be done in a very painless manner with very minimal hospital stay. Patient can resume her normal activities the very next day, and like any other procedure done by intervention radiologists, no scars and cuts are made to the skin. Normal functions of the uterus are preserved and hassles of surgery can be avoided. No ovarian function is lost. The patient can even have normal pregnancy and childbirth thereafter. Varicose veins and spider veins are enlarged twisted veins which develop usually in the legs, most commonly around and below the knee. Blood in our body returns to the heart through veins, and these veins have one-way valves inside their walls. So sitting or standing for long periods can cause blood to pool up in these veins, increasing the pressure within the veins, and it weakens the walls of these veins, and they eventually damage the valves within their walls. So when these valves become very weak or faulty, blood can collect in the veins and they get enlarged. So that is called as varicose veins. So the symptoms can be an achy or heavy feeling in your leg, muscle cramps and swelling in your lower legs, pain after sitting or standing for a long time, itching and irritation around one or more of those enlarged veins, and even bluish black skin discoloration over a period of time. So these are all the symptoms which can be associated with development of varicose veins. Again, not all patients with varicose veins can have symptoms, but if they develop symptoms, they need to get treated as soon as possible, even before they develop any complications. So varicose veins can be very effectively and instantly be treated using laser therapy called as endovenous laser therapy or EVLT, or radiofrequency or microwave therapy combined with something called as sclerotherapy. So these all can be done within a single setting depending on the severity of the patient, and this can be done safely and very effectively by intervention radiologists, which helps the patient in faster healing and faster recovery instead of the conventional surgical options. There is no need of surgery in all the treatments which I have just mentioned. So a similar problem like varices in the legs, so a similar problem which occurs within the veins of the scrotum in males is called varicocele. So varicoceles are a common cause of low sperm production and decreased sperm quality, which can cause male infertility. However, not all varicoceles can affect sperm production, keep that in mind. So it can also cause testicles to fail to develop normally or even shrink in size if children or adolescents develop this varicocele. So surgery was the only option for these patients for a very long period of time. But now with latest advancements, intervention radiologists can accurately treat varicocele without the need of surgery by varicocele embolization. The best part is both the varicocele treatments and the varicose veins treatments are safe, painless, and can be done in daycare basis with immediate recovery. Oncology interventions are a part of advanced interventional radiology. It offers both definitive diagnostic, curative, and supportive options, something called as palliative options. In some of the cancers, especially the liver cancers, interventional radiologists can safely and effectively cure the disease completely without the side effects of regular chemotherapy, and even without the side effects of radiotherapy or even surgery, by techniques called TACE and TARE, transarterial chemoembolization or transarterial radioembolization. So in cases of early liver, lung and bone cancers, and sometimes even metastatic cancers, they can be treated rapidly in a very short time, in as fast as even 15 minutes. So the cancer can be completely eliminated using CT or ultrasound guided radiofrequency ablation or something called as microwave ablation, using the radiofrequency or microwave energy to only target those particular cancer cells and the region of that cancer particularly, without affecting the surrounding normal tissues, say it in the liver or lung or bone, anywhere. Only the cancer cells are affected. And as I said, and this does not even require surgery. And when we target that particular area of the cancer, that can be completely eliminated within a period of 10 to 15 minutes, again with immediate recovery within a day. Because not all cancers can be cured in a single way, some patients with advanced cancers need continuous chemotherapy injections through repeated injections through their veins as directed by the oncologist. So for such patients, a safe and secure channel is implanted just beneath the superficial layers of the skin on the chest wall, into which the chemotherapy drugs are safely injected every time the patient needs. So these are called as chemoports, and these chemoports are safely inserted by intervention radiologists. Some of the cancers, for example, let's take the example of a pancreatic cancer. So a patient with an advanced pancreatic cancer, despite all the treatments which he has been undergoing, has extreme pain in his stomach. So pancreatic cancers are extremely painful. So interventional radiologists in such cases can perform a procedure called neurolysis, which blocks the pain transmitting nerves in and around the cancer, and the patient is relieved of his pain. So the patient might not be completely cured of his cancer, but at least his pain is relieved. So these are called palliative options. So this is just one of the example of many such scenarios which can be achieved using interventional radiology. The evolution of interventional radiology dates back to the mid 20th century with breakthrough in catheter angiography techniques by Swedish radiologist Dr. Sven Ivar Seldinger. Since then, the innovations and advancements have been achieved at rapid pace thanks to exponential developments in biomedical and imaging technologies. Currently, the treatment options and procedures advised are all safely practiced, proven to be effective, and are approved by all major national and international authorities like IRA and ISVR in India, American agencies like FDA and Radiological Society of North America, and European agencies like CERSE. Most of the insurance companies also nowadays honor interventional radiology treatment. See, any disease in medical literature can be treated in many number of ways. Interventional radiology is an advanced and precise specialty offering extremely safe and proven ways of non-invasive and minimally invasive treatment options. However, each treatment modality apart from IR, including medical, surgical, and even radiation therapy, has its own place. Not all patients need surgery, and at the same time, not all patients can be treated only using interventional radiology. Sometimes, a combination therapy with interventional radiology and surgery, or IR plus medicine, or IR plus radiation, or whatever combination therapies would be the suggested option for a best result instead of medicines or surgery or radiation or chemo alone. So it is advised not to decide anything or everything out of reading on the internet. A consultation with interventional radiologist will clearly help the patient decide what modality of treatment to choose for their particular problem. A review of all the previously done investigations and reports can help in making an informed decision.